You brothers, it's your dude, Mr. International Passport. How you brothers doing, man? First and foremost, is my audio coming in loud and clear? Okay, press A1 in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. Okay, let me know right now before we go any further in the stream, because buckle up, we are in for a classic for the ages. How's my audio, brothers? Okay, Ben Hill, Jonathan Hahn, how you doing, bro? Long time no see, bro. That's my brother right there, Jonathan. I see you, bro. Blacktober, I appreciate you, bro. Conrad Grant, the legend, the GOAT. I see you, bro, too. Thank you, DT. How you doing, Derek? I see you, brother. Thank you. I think we're good. We're good. So let's get straight into it, brothers. So welcome, brothers, to another classic live stream. I am your host, Mr. International Passport. I want to say a huge shout out to the brothers who have supported. Shout out to you, Cozy. That's a brother right there, Cozy. Shout out to the brothers, who have supported the channel over the past few years. I appreciate you, brothers, and welcome aboard the new viewers, subscribers, and supporters to the movement, the International Passport movement, where I encourage brothers to get out there, stop dating Western women and date foreign women. I accept you and I embrace you with open arms. First and foremost, brothers, can we please get the likes up right now? Okay, we have over 20 people watching. Let's please hit the like button. That will be greatly appreciated. Okay, thank you, brothers. And of course, make sure you join that Patreon Diamond tier. The explicit version of this stream will be on the Patreon Diamond tier. Can my mods Thomas and my other mod please make sure you link the Patreon for the brothers? Okay, the explicit version of this stream will be on the Patreon too, about Montreal, Canada. Okay, so welcome, brothers, to another classic live stream. This time about Montreal, Canada. We have a very special guest here today called Mr. D. How you doing, D? You okay, brother?
I'm doing excellent. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, D. But D, before I go in any further, can you please give us a brief intro about yourself, where you're from in America, what you do, and anything special about you, brother? And we'll go on from there, brother.
Hello, hi. So my name is D. I'm from New York, born and raised. I've traveled a lot since I was little. I used to travel to a bunch of different countries with my family. I've been to, I would say I've been to over 5 different countries. I might even say closer to 10 different countries in my life.
Hmm.
Yeah, and traveling is great. It definitely broaden your horizon. And you'll get to learn different things, learn new cultures and new ideas and new lifestyles, and it's all great. And I would say the better your mind is like, open to the world, the better you're in life in general.
Fantastic, fantastic. So, thank you for that great intro, D. Let's get straight into it, brothers. Okay. So, D, you were in Montreal, Canada. Okay, which is interesting, brother. Fantastic. Were you here this summer or was it last summer, brother?
I went to Montreal, Canada this summer. Because one day I was at work and these lovely ladies came by and I asked them, "Hey, where y'all from?" They said Montreal, Canada, and they looked like dimes, and I was like, "I have to go visit Montreal, Canada." It was like really nice.
Oh, so they were from Montreal, Canada. Were they black Montrealians? Were they Asian Montrealians? Or what color were
Uh,
they, bro?
they were white Montrealians, uh,
Interesting.
but
Okay.
but I, but I have seen some Asian Montrealians also. But when I went over there, I definitely seen black Montrealians as well.
Okay, fantastic, brother. So my first question to you, brother, is the golden question on this channel. You probably know already, brothers in the live stream watching this know already. But the question to you, brother, is: are the women in Montreal, Canada, checking heavy for brothers?
Absolutely, they're checking
That
heavy for us. Like we're a luxury out there. I'm just saying, all right.
what? Hey,
Like,
bro, a luxury, brother. Hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. Those are very big words, brother. A luxury. Luxury for me is something that's elite, that's high class, that's high value, brother. You call we are luxury out there, brother. Break it down
well,
for us, bro. Damn.
all right. So when I say luxury, I mean that most of them, at least in my experience, they love us brothers. They love us, especially the ones coming from America. They love us out there, and they're really checking in heavy for us, I would say. I would even assume the
Ooh.
UK as well. I would assume the UK, but I could only speak from my own experience.
This is great, brother. So I want to now pick apart your answer there, brother. So they're checking heavy for brothers. Is it every race of woman checking heavy for brothers, or is it just the white woman and the Asian woman, brother? Or is every demographic of women there, Moroccans, white, black, Asian, are they all checking for brothers, bro?
So I would say mostly the whites are checking for brothers, but also the blacks, and I'm not sure about the Asians, if I'm being honest with you. But I definitely did encounter dimes Asians out there that were, at least checking for me. But in my experience, mostly it's the whites that were checking for brothers. But I'm sure the blacks also. Again, most people over there are dimes, at least compared to here, in my opinion. But yeah,
Okay, brother. So
yeah,
picking apart that question there, you're telling me mostly the white women check for brothers there. Are the white
yes.
women in Montreal, Canada, are they good looking dime women amongst the white women there, bro?
Yes, most of them are good looking. Most of them are dimes. Most of them are, yeah, they're really good looking. I'll say for sure.
This is
They're
great.
fit. They're not, overweight like how here in America. They're really nice, friendly. They smile, and the best part is that they speak French. So if that's your thing, if you like a little French accent in your, English, they're all out there.
Okay, this is fantastic, brother. So it looks like you will get most play from white Montreal women. They make the majority of the city. They love the brothers. That's great. So, brother, I want to now go on to personality traits because it looks like they love brothers out there. But the women out there, are they, personality wise, are they right in the head? Are they kind people? Are they, loving people towards brothers? How are they like personality wise, bro?
Personality wise, again, my experience, they were very nice and kind, very friendly as well. Because there was a few times where I was lost in Montreal, and I was like asking them where the direction was to my destination, and most actually went out of their way to help me find where I needed to go. So yeah, they're definitely nice. And right in the head, I would say yes as well. They're not, at least in my experience, it's not like here where they're super, super, super like crazy. You know, um,
Yeah,
I haven't experienced that yet. At least with the Montreal woman. But for the most part, at least in my experience, they're right in ahead. And they do love to
fantastic.
party. They love to party as well. So yeah, there's that.
Okay, we're,
Yeah.
we're going to break that down further, the party scene there, brother,
Yep.
later on in the stream. I want to ask you, brother, so where were you staying at in Montreal? Okay, so brothers can know where to go to, know where to put the hotels, know where to stay in
Mhm.
Montreal, brother, and we'll go on from there. Answer that question, please, bro.
So I was in, at least my location was in Montreal North. So I wasn't anywhere near the downtown area of Montreal. I was actually about an hour away from Montreal, the downtown area. It's called Montreal North, and but apparently that's dangerous area of Montreal that I was in. But I mean, I'm from New York, so nothing's really dangerous to me outside of New York. So, so all that is relative. But even over there, at least where I was at Montreal North, it was really nice, peaceful. The people there were nice, and yeah, it was amazing.
Fantastic, bro. Fantastic. This is great so far. So, where would you say were the best places for you to meet Montrealian women that were checking for brothers? Was it at a certain club? Was it at a certain bookshop? Was it at a certain park? Break it down for us, brother. When we go to Montreal, what places should we go to find women that are checking heavy for brothers?
Okay, so if you're gonna go to Montreal, I would say this: go to the old port. All right, that's where pretty much the dimes are. They're just walking around waiting to get picked up. All right, because I went to the old port and I was just talking to the ladies out there, and some was even approaching me, saying, "Oh, hello, hi, where you from? Oh, I love your hair and all of that." You know what I mean? So the old port is where you should go visit for sure. Um, in terms of club scene, it's Saint Laurent. Yeah, that's what it's called, Saint Laurent. So that's a place where it's all clubs, it, club city. I'm talking about clubs after clubs after clubs. And if you go there at nighttime, bunch of dimes just
Damn.
in the street. Like I'm talking about, you finish the party, somebody got an after party. That's how crazy it
Ooh.
is out there. Like it's crazy. It's you have to go to Montreal. I'm just saying, like, and if you brothers listening right now, go to Montreal. Go to the old port. That's again, that's where all the like these Ferris wheel, the fireworks, and these lakes are. You know, tour sightseeing. But if you want to go to the club scene, Saint Laurent. That's where it's at.
This is beautiful intel, brother. This is some CIA level intel already, brothers. So, brothers, please get the likes up, hit the super chats, hit the cash apps, man. We're gonna give you, brothers, some KGB, CIA, government level intel that not even Joe Biden even knows about, man. This is crazy, brothers. So, next question for you, brother, is feminism. You know, I don't like feminism. I despise it. I hate it. So, I'm gonna ask you this, brother. Is feminism a problem amongst Montrealian women in Montreal, bro, in Canada?
Feminism. Again, I haven't encountered any feminist ladies out there. Like, excuse me, feminist, because I don't know if YouTube's gonna censor this or not. Yeah. So I don't know. I haven't encountered any feminists out there. So yeah, I would assume not. But it is a liberal country as well, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're out there.
Hmm. Good.
Yeah.
This is good. Okay, thank you, brother. Um, Next question for you, brother, is are Montreal women good looking on average? Because I'm hearing that they are straight up dime set. But you've been there, brother. You were in the battlefield. Are these women really as good looking as they say they are, bro?
Absolutely. Absolutely. They are dimes. I'm talking 10 out of 10.
Ooh. Okay. Um, who is the most good looking race out of all the races of women there in Montreal, bro? And keep it that, bro. Give me the ranking. Is it Asian women first, then white women, then black women, or black women first? In your opinion, brother.
All right. So I would say they're all good looking on average. But for me, I like I like mulatto, you know what I mean? That's just me. So I would say if you're mixed race, you're more likely to be on top. All right. And then the rest are average compared to the mixed race, in my opinion. But they're all
Okay.
dimes though. So I don't want to say like oh like this race is better than this race like next. Nah. For me, they're all good in their own ways. But if you're mixed, it's like in a sense having best of both worlds, kind of. You know what I mean? Because like for example, I'll give you an example. Like the white girls tend to be like pretty, right? But then body wise, most of them are lacking in the body department, right?
Hmm.
Whereas like let's say the black girls, they're like body departments A1. But now imagine you got like mixture of those two. Like it's gonna be like
Ooh.
whoa, exactly. See what I mean? So I would say for me personally, if you're mixed, you have an advantage. If you're just like solid black, white, Asian, I guess yeah, you're good.
Okay. Thank you, brother.
Yep.
Next question for you, brother, is what language do they speak out there, and what language do brothers know to interact with them out there in Montreal, brother?
So language they speak out there by default is French. All right. So most people will default to French. But if let's say they know that you're not from there or you only speak English, they speak English as well. You know.
Okay. Thank
So
you.
but if you go to like let's say Quebec, like which is like a little further in Montreal, most people speak French. If not all of them speak French, and there's some that don't even speak English at all. But if you're in Montreal, you should be good at speaking English. Yes.
Would you say knowing French gives you more of an edge and more of an advantage when it comes to dealing with Montreal women, bro?
Yeah. It definitely would give you an edge. Yes, it definitely would give you an edge. Absolutely. Because then they're gonna be like, wow, like for example, like, oh, you're American and you speak French. How did you learn that? I'm like, oh my god. Like, even if you don't speak perfectly, that's kind of part of the charm of like, wow, like the fact that you even speak French is they're gonna be amazed. I would say that would give you a bit of an edge than not speaking French at all. Yeah.
This is crazy. This is fantastic intel. Thank you, bro. Let me read a super chat here. Shout out to Jonathan Hahn for providing the first super chat of tonight, $199. Thank you, bro, for the support. I appreciate you, Jonathan. Mixed Montreal woman for the win. Yes, indeed, man. You know I love you, my mixed race woman, half black, half Japanese, half black, half white. Don't sleep on mixed women, okay? Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Okay, so next question for you, brother, is any jealousy towards brothers out there in Montreal? Since they love brothers so much, were Montreal men showing a sort of animosity towards brothers at all?
Nope. I haven't experienced that at all. If anything, I made a lot of friends out there. They were all cool. They were saying like, "Whoa, you from America? Oh my god, that's so cool!" And they actually took me, and we actually went dime shopping together. If you know what I mean. So I
Okay,
went to like different clubs, and they were like, "Oh, bro, like let's go talk to that chick. Let's go talk to that chick." Oh my god, it was so crazy. So yeah, no animosity. I haven't experienced it.
fantastic. If you have any questions for the brother, please cash up and super chat your questions, and I'll read out for the brother, okay? Or call in later when I open up the phone lines. Next question for you, brother, is dealing with different women at once. Some brothers here practice monogamy or polygamy in Montreal, right? Can you have more
Mhm.
than one girlfriend? And will your main girlfriend be happy about that? Or will she be angry, bro?
I would assume she would be angry. So if you're gonna have more than one girlfriend out there, it is a pretty small place, at least relative to New York. So if you're gonna have more than one girlfriend, make sure they're not in the same area of each other. You know. But personally, I'll be happy with one. I'll be happy with one. I wouldn't need two. I would need one.
Damn, this is incredible, bro. So next question for you, brother, is body count. To me, I
Mhm.
dislike chicks with high body count. I don't want to deal with them. I don't want to smash them. Okay, I don't do chicks with high body count. Okay,
Mhm. Mhm.
preferably I like virgins or low body count women. When it comes to serious relationships. Let me ask this, brother. When you were out there, do you feel like the average Montreal chick has a high body count? And keep it real with us, bro.
I'm gonna keep it 100%. I'm gonna assume some would have high body counts.
The
You know,
majority? Would you say so,
ah,
bro?
would I say the majority? You know what? I would assume the majority would, because again, it
Damn.
is a liberal country, right? So it's not like most women there are really conservative, or like they like to party, they love to drink. Um, some even work, at nightclubs, if you know what I mean. Um, so it's I would assume that most, or at least some, would have high body counts.
Okay. Interesting, bro.
That is
Interesting.
my assumption for sure. And to add to that, I would say if you're gonna get, let's say, for example, a woman, but let's say, for example, you have a conservative woman, it would be nice to live in Montreal, right? So let's say you got a woman from Brazil, for example, and then move to Montreal. Then I think that it's a pretty nice area to live. You know,
Okay, brother. So let me
yeah.
ask this, brother. Which are one night stands quite common there in Montreal, bro?
You said what now?
One night stands. So that's an English saying. So
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know
yeah,
if
yeah,
that's an
yeah.
American. Is that okay? Yeah. Is that common there in Montreal, bro?
Yeah, I would assume it is also common, yes. Because a lot of girls do get picked up at nightclubs and they go party elsewhere in the after party. So yeah, I would assume
Damn.
it's common. Yeah.
Okay, brother. Next question for you, brother, is are they wipeable Montreal chicks? Keep it real with us, bro. Are they only for fun?
you're you're definitely gonna have to screen them. Like screen the person that you're dealing with. I have met a few conservative chicks out there, but it would depend on who you're dealing with. If you're dealing with someone from, again, anywhere in the urban side, again, I'm gonna assume that they're most of them probably are not wifeable. But if you get one from countryside or anywhere that's like not really as super urban, they're more likely to be wifeable. Or
Fantastic intro. Go on, bro.
yeah, yeah, or let's say somebody who's heavily into religion, such as, because there are Muslim women out there. There are also, I'm not sure about Christian, but there are definitely Muslim women out there who are very conservative. So I would say they would be the wifeable ones. Um,
Okay.
or like there's also like Haitians over there. So there's also West Africans over there. I would say those women, at least in my opinion, would more likely be wifeable than the white Montrealian women.
This is good intel, bro.
Yeah.
So, are the Muslim women out there? Because the Moroccans, they're dimes, the Algerians, etc., etc., the Somalian chicks. Are the
Mhm.
Muslim women out there in Montreal checking for brothers?
I've encountered one. Actually, like she's a really good friend now. I would say I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. Like,
Okay.
yeah, I wouldn't know because I haven't encountered them enough to get a gauge on it, and I don't want to give false intel. But at least, but the one I encountered, she was really, really nice. She was like super, super kind and super, super loyal to her man, even though his man was trash. But she was like doing her best to be the best person she can be.
This is good intel, bro.
Yeah.
So, I'm hearing that Montreal women are mostly liberal. So the conservative ones are mostly the Muslim ones. That's good intel, bro. Um, I was gonna ask you if there would change when it comes to America, but Canada and America, same culture. The women there just, feminism would still be a problem if they come to America. So there wouldn't be any change there. Um, did you meet any rich women out there, brother? Wealthy women, and were they checking for brothers too?
No, unfortunately, I haven't encountered any wealthy women out there. Um, but I'm sure if they are definitely checking for brothers. I would assume that as well.
Okay, brother. What's the religion in general in Montreal? Are they mostly atheists, bro?
Yeah, I would say. I mean, I'm not gonna say atheist, but at least from what I've seen, they're free spirited. You know, or 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 maybe what's that called? Where you might believe in a power, but you're not really in a religion. Agnostic, I think,
Ah,
something like that.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. I don't think they're like saying like, oh, we don't believe in God, but it's more of like there's a higher power, but we're just not subscribed to a religion, kind of like that.
okay, interesting. So those new Earth chicks, I'll personally avoid them. But you do what you want, brothers. Okay,
Yeah.
fantastic. Is social media a problem there amongst Montreal women? We've seen social media destroy the minds of American women and UK
Hmm.
women. The average chick that's literally 4 out of 5 in looks is getting DMs from Drake, from the baby, and all that nonsense, right? Is it the same case there in Montreal? Social media ruined their minds too, bro?
I don't think I think social media is not really like exclusive to one country. I think it's like all over. And yes, most Montreal people in general are on social media. They do like to they are influenced, let's say, at least in the club, um, by American music. They very much listen to these, you know, the Cardi songs, and yeah. So yeah, I think social media influenced them as well.
Okay, thank you,
Yeah.
brother. Hold on there. Shout out to one of the goats of the channel, Mr. Joseph Ashbury, for the $50 super chat. Thank you, brother. This means a lot to me. Thank you for supporting this movement all the time, Joseph. Much love to you, brother. He says, support, support, support people. It's been a minute, but keep forging forward. You are doing great work. Thank you for the kind words, Mr. Joseph Ashbury. I appreciate you, bro. Brothers, please support me, man. Support the movement. Cash App, super chats, like the video, 8 years doing this for you brothers, man. The lives I've changed all around the world, and I'm still going to change many more lives in the future. Okay. Thank you, Joseph. I appreciate you, bro. Let me put you on mute there, D. Shout out to Mr. France Civil for the $20 super chat. I appreciate you, France Civil. Thank you, bro. Much love to you, brother. He says, support the brother. The brother is dropping this knowledge. Yes, indeed, man. Thank you for the kind words, bro. Brothers, please support me, man. Like you can see, shout out to Joseph, Jonathan, and France for coming through tonight, man. And I hope a lot more brothers come through for me tonight, man. Okay? I'm going to change your lives, but I need your support, okay? Thank you, brother. Shout out to Mr. Conrad Grant for the $2 super chat. Thank you, Conrad Grant. OG legend in this passport space. I appreciate you, Conrad Grant. Much love to you, brother. He says, IP, this brother is dropping serious gems. Love it. Yes, indeed, man. This brother is dropping KGB, CIA, Mossad level intel for you brothers, man. Not even the US government knows about this kind of intel, man. So you're in a good space, brothers, okay? So please support me more. And thank you, Conrad Grant. Appreciate you, bro. Fantastic. So next question for you, brother, is are Montreal women submissive? And let me define to you, brother, what a submissive woman is to me, okay? When I tell her, hey, baby girl, can you bathe me? And after that, can you moisturize me, please? She does it. When I tell her to cook for me, to wash my back, to make my lunch, to make my work lunch, to rub my toes, to kiss me all the time, to feed me fruits, that is submissive to me, brother. Can I get that kind of submissiveness from a Montreal chick, bro?
Absolutely. No, absolutely. You could definitely get that. That is not a problem at all. Like if they love you, they'll do essentially anything for you. Go to Patreon. I mean, go to the Patreon. You hear more about that.
Oh, yeah.
uh,
I
oh
remember
yeah,
that.
yeah. Because these are Patreon intels. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, for the most part, they are submissive, and they will do as you ask. I remember I went to this bar, and this lady, she was like, "Oh, hey, you want a drink?" And I was like, "Sure." And then she just gave me a drink. Not I don't drink alcohol, but she give me a juice, I would say. But it is that same Asian lady. Remember, IP?
Yes, on the
Yes,
Patreon.
yes,
Yep.
yep, yep. She
Facts.
gave me, yep.
Thomas, can you put a link on the Patreon, please, for brothers to subscribe to the Patreon Diamond tier? Like I told you, brothers, the explicit additional intel that will literally change your lives is on the Patreon Diamond tier. So make sure you sign up to the Patreon Diamond tier right now to get that exclusive intel. Thomas, please provide a link for the brothers to join the Patreon Diamond tier. Thank you, bro. So they're submissive. That's great, bro. So let me ask this, brother. So you said Montreal is a party city. Can you break that down for us, bro, as to why you think it's that way?
A party city?
Yes.
Yeah. No, it's a party city because a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, especially during the summertime, goes to Montreal to party. Especially in the downtown area. That's where all the parties at. Uh, on occasions, even celebrities go down there and party in Montreal. It's really a party city for sure. People like I remember I met some people from America. Actually, no, I met several people from America in Montreal, and I was like, "Oh, what are y'all doing here?" They was, "Oh man, this party." I even met this one dude. He was celebrating his bachelor's over there because he was gonna get married. So he was like, "Oh, my bachelor's party's gonna have to be in Montreal," and sure, he had a good time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. What clubs and bars do you recommend brothers to go to out there in Montreal to experience this party life and to pick up women from there?
I forgot the club's name. I even had like a list of paper with all the club's name on it. I mean, if I find it, I'll definitely send it to you. You can post it on Facebook. Uh,
See, mm,
but
yes.
but most of the parties was in Saint Laurent. That's where most of the party was at. And if you go to the old port, there's some, let's say classy bars and classy parties. But at night, it turns to an actual party. So Saint Laurent and the Old Port. But I don't know the exact names. I had them on paper, but if I find out, I'll send them to you.
Fantastic. This is beautiful intel, brother. Thank you. Send it to me and I'll post it on the Patreon for the brothers. You know, brothers on the Patreon, you gonna get that exclusive intel. I will never let you brothers down on the Patreon on the channel. But brothers in the Patreon, you know, you have all the special benefits. I'll be posting that list on the Patreon for you brothers very soon once D sends that over to me. Okay. So next question for you, brother, is okay, this is great. Online dating. Did you use it out there in Montreal? Tinder, Hinge? If so, what kind of apps did you use, and what was your success rate on online dating, bro?
Most of my success was in person. In terms of like Tinder, honestly, Tinder failed me again. I'm not sure if it was me, not having like a good bio or whatever, but or maybe I just wasn't close enough to the downtown area because I was in Montreal North, which is like an hour away from the downtown. But yeah, no, Tinder didn't work for me. I'm not sure if anybody has intel on which app is better, whether it's Tinder or Hinge. Let me know because Tinder failed me.
I think.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
So going on from there, brother. Um, did you cold approach women out there in Montreal, or did they cold approach you, bro?
I was the one that did most of the approaching. A few approached me, but I did the most. I mostly did the approaching.
Okay, interesting. How did you approach them, brother? And where did you approach them? What was your opening line? How did you create that conversation there? And what was your method in cold approaching them, brother?
So when I approached them, I just basically would say something like, I would act like I'm lost, or I would actually genuinely be lost, but ask them a question. I would say, "Hey, hi, my name is D, and I'm from America. Do you know where to part? Like, where's the best party, for example? Where's the best place for whatever it is I might need?" And then they would actually like say, "Oh yeah, it could go here, it could go here, you could go here." And then they would start talking. I'm like, "Oh, like you from Montreal or you from Quebec?" And they was like, "Oh no, I'm from Montreal." I'm like, "Oh wow." And then boom, boom, boom. We start talking from there, right? So
Fantastic.
yeah, like, and or sometimes I would even like speak to them in French. But when I do speak to them in French, it would make it look like as if I'm from Montreal. So that's why I didn't really speak French like that. And if I did spoke French, I would try to like purposely act like I don't know like a lot of French, so they could be like, "Oh yeah, you're not from here," like that.
Beautiful. So,
Yeah.
but the women that cold approach you, brother, what was their races that cold approach you, bro? And
Uh,
why did they cold approach you as well?
yeah. So most of the ones that cold approached me were white, and I remember like this one white lady with her friend, and this was like in a club, right? So she was just like, "Oh wow, like oh my god, like you're so tall," and I was like, "Oh, thank you," And she was like, "Oh my god, I love your hair," and I was like, "Oh, thank you." Want to touch it? So I let her touch my hair, like that, and then we started talking.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah,
So so they wanted to touch your hair, and you let them touch your hair, bro.
yeah, yeah, yeah. See, yeah, that's another thing. I'm one of those. I guess I'm the exception of the few that like I wouldn't mind if like somebody touched my hair because I'm like, oh, it's just hair, and it's like you know someone like for example like they probably never had a chance to feel, let's say, afro or dread. So I'm like, here, you could just touch my hair and see how it feels like, you know? And I know it's out
Wow.
of curiosity. I know it's out of curiosity as well. So it's not like, anything mean or whatever. Like,
Interesting. Thank you,
yeah.
bro. Brothers, we gotta get the likes up, or the singing will start. I repeat, please get the likes up to at least 75, or the singing will start. Okay. So
Can I
like the
sing with
video.
you?
You can sing with me, brother. So
All right.
anytime, bro.
All right.
Well, not now, bro. We'll wait until how the lights go, then we'll sing after. So next question for you, brother, is this is fantastic intel so far.
Mhm.
What's the STI and STD rates out there in Montreal? Because these chicks they're throwing the box around from what I can hear. So is the STI STD rates high there in Montreal, bro?
I will be honest with you. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, but just to all the brothers that are listening to this and non-brothers or just anybody, um, use protection. All right. It's better to be safe than sorry. Like, I'll tell you right now, use protection because, yes, some of these WAPs or DAPs may feel good, but you don't want to be itching for the rest of your life. All right.
Damn. Ooh.
I'm just saying, it doesn't matter where you go. Like, the only way I would say go raw, right? At least in my opinion, is if either A, it's your girlfriend and you know she's clean, or B, you're ready to have a children. All right, that's
Yeah.
it.
And you've both been tested and you're both clean. Then you go raw.
Yes, yes, absolutely. But outside of that, I
Fantastic.
would not recommend or always carry, protection in your pocket somewhere in your wallet. Always. All right.
Beautiful. That's the gospel right there. Thank you, bro. All right. So the next question for you. No, sorry. Shout out to the GOATs, Mr. Joseph Ashbury, for supporting the channel for the second time tonight. That's love, baby. That's love, baby. Wonderful, man. Thank you, Joseph Ashbury. I appreciate you, bro, for the $20 super chat. He says, my Costa Rican girlfriend, Brazilian and Korean. Ooh, Brazilian and Korean girlfriend. That mix is beautiful, bro. Made me sandwiches, massage, loving touch, or something when they didn't have to ask. They just knew when. They were all on call. That's beautiful right there, man. That to me is a perfect example of a submissive, feminine chick, man. And on that note, brother, are Montreal women feminine?
Yes, absolutely feminine. Absolutely feminine. Yes, really feminine for sure.
Beautiful. So the nails are done, the nails are painted, the toenails are painted, the hair's long, the skin's bronze, the teeth are white, the makeup's on point, you know. Is that what you're talking about, brother? Yeah?
Yep, 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 yep. Everything is on
Wonderful.
point. Yep.
Oh man. In the UK, you see chicks not wearing any makeup. You see chicks not painting their nails. You see chicks wearing baggy clothes. You see chicks, looking like absolute clowns. And I'm supposed to date that? I'm supposed to date that? They got tats on their thighs, tats on their back, dragon tats on their arms, and I'm supposed to date that? You must be out of your
Nope.
mind, man. Thank you, Joseph Ashbury. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Mr. DT. Derek, I see you, bro. Shodan for the $20 super chat. Much love to my brother Derek. I appreciate you, bro, out there in America. Thank you, brother. He says, respect IP and guest. We ate heavy in Vancouver last week. Yep. Fantastic, brother. Love you to hear that. The Dime Buffet continues in Montreal next month. Ooh, wonderful, bro. Is everything walkable in Montreal, or do you have to Uber? Did the woman approach you? Brothers, get to Canada ASAP. So, first question for you, brother, is everything walkable in Montreal, bro, or do you have to get Uber around?
Okay, so if you're in downtown, you could essentially walk anywhere, right? But if you're at least where I was at Montreal North, yeah, you might need a taxi to get down there because reason why it took me like an hour for me to get where I was to downtown every time I went was because I had to wait for the bus, and then the bus would stop at like every other stop. It was like really, really, yeah, long ride. And then so once it would take me to the botanical garden. Oh wait, I forgot to mention that's another place. The botanical garden. I haven't like really went inside of it, but I did hear it's like this big garden and it has Japanese style garden and a bunch of these other type of gardens inside of it. I went inside, but I didn't really like go inside because it was like really hot that day. But all right, yeah. So anyway, so I would stop at a botanical garden and then I'll take the metro from there, and then the metro will bring me to wherever I needed to go. So altogether, depending on where you are, you might need car or taxi. But if you're downtown, you don't really need it. But it is out there though, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, is the transportation cheap though? The Ubers, the taxis, the metro, are they cheap,
Yes.
bro? Okay,
Yes. It's cheap, and I would recommend if you live in especially in America or the UK or anywhere in Europe, convert your money to Canadian dollars because then you'll get more more out of it rather than spending your Canadian, I mean your American or Canadian European money. Yeah.
that's beautiful, brother. Fantastic. What was your budget out there in Montreal? If you don't mind asking, brother. Was it expensive all in all, or was it cheap? Your budget?
Very. For me, it was cheap. I went out there, and I could say it was less than 1,000 for me.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, bro. So details ask you, did the woman approach you?
Yes, yes. At a club, I remember a few women approached me, but I did most of the approaching, but some did approach me. Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you, DT. I appreciate you, bro. Like you said, brothers, get to Canada ASAP. Yes, indeed, bro. Next question for you, brother, is are Montreal women materialistic? Okay. Do they want the Prada bag, the Gucci bag, the red bottom shoes, the Michael Kors BS and all that nonsense? Or are they humble chicks?
I didn't see that around. At least when I was there, I didn't see, like the girls try to, have these super high expensive, you know, gadgets. uh, no, I didn't see that. I mean, most of them look nice, dressed really nice and all, but I don't think they're like materialistic. At least I didn't encounter any of that.
Fantastic. This is awesome, bro. So it sounds like they're pleasant to be around with, right? But not every group of women are perfect. So I'm going to ask you this,
Mhm,
brother.
mhm.
What are the bad parts about Montreal women that you notice on average, bro? Is it attitude? Is it entitlement? Give it to us, bro. We want that intel fully.
The bad parts. There's even a bad part. What is there? I guess the bad part is that like some, not saying all, but some were definitely influenced by the American lifestyle, right?
Oh no.
Yeah. So they would say something like, for example, they all speak French speaker out there. So they would say something like, "Oh my gosh, I love America. I love the U.S. Blah blah blah. Look, like I want to go visit. I want to go to Miami. I want to go do this and that." I'm like, listen, like y'all living a good life here, but then for them, they're more like, I want to go to like whatever I see on the movies. That's what I want to go do in America. And like I don't know. For me, I just was like, whatever. Like, I'll let you dream.
No.
um, yeah, yeah. I mean, again, that's not all of them, but they definitely like, and not just Canada either. Like even when I was in Europe, like most people like envy the lifestyle of America without knowing the reality behind it, right?
Hmm.
Like the guys want to be like thugs and say, "Oh my god, yeah, ghetto, blah blah, it's so cool," and the girls kind of want to be like, "Oh, I want to be a party girl," and I'm like, "It's not the way. It's not the way. Trust me. I'm telling you, you guys are perfect." But yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
Yep.
Next question for you, brother, is how should men dress out there in Montreal? Okay. Do we come through wearing 4XL white tee with a with a three quarter jeans, a New York Jets snapback, a red bandana, you know, reminiscent of early 2000s Dipset. That's worth a Cameron. Or do we come through wearing a suit with some casual wearing clothes, brother? Break it down for us, bro.
Yeah, that was funny. Okay. All right. Listen, so I would highly recommend you wear like 4X t-shirt,
Oh
baggy
no.
jeans, blood print bandana. If you want to look like a fool, I highly recommend that. If you want to look like a fool. All right. But if you really want to look decent, go with a casual, like business casual or just casual look. You don't have to like overdress like with suits and all of that, but I would say button ups, pants, dress pants, and shoes would be fine. Or even if you wear like jeans, sneakers, and t-shirt, that's fine too. Um, yeah, yeah. I mean anything that fits. But if you want to look like a clown, yeah, definitely wear that baggy jeans and those 4X shirts and like
Flights, white tees, the B2K
eggs.
breakdancing attire.
Exactly. You want to look like a clown? Please, by all means. Just, yeah.
Thank you, bro.
Yep.
Shout out to Mr. Conrad Grant for the £1.65 cash app. Thank you, bro. He says, hi, IP, showing support, another classic time. Thank you for the support, brother. I appreciate you, bro. Brothers, make sure you hit that cash app too, man. Like I told you, brothers, YouTube takes a 30% cut of all, and each and every super chat cash app does not. So please make sure you also hit that cash app too to support the movement. The link to the cash app is pinned to the live stream chat, and you can see it also on the screen as well. Support this movement. Thank you, brothers. Shout out to Conrad Grant. He says, brothers, I highly recommend you that you sign up for the Patreon. There's a lot of benefits to being on the platform, explicit raw intel, as well of great resources to help elevate and change your life. Yes, indeed, man, brothers. Join that Patreon diamond tier for that one-to-one IT consultation. You know, if you want to travel around the world, live a life dealing with foreign women, living a great life, IT is the way forward. IT offers remote working. So join the Patreon Diamond tier and let's have that one-to-one IT consultations amongst other benefits. Okay, wonderful. Shout out to Mr. Jonathan Hahn for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you, bro. He says, if they're throwing the bucks around out there and got high body counts like that, I got to pass. I'll still visit though. Yes, indeed. It's a beautiful city, brother. You know, so I'm also a tourist as well. So I'll still be out there, but I'll be very careful with dealing with high body count chicks. Okay. So next question for you, brother, is in the nightlife, do they party till like 6 a.m., 5 a.m.? Is it all night, bro?
The nightlife is, yeah, it be from, let's see, what time do they finish? Nightlife could finish at, I mean, it's kind of like all night, really, depending on where you go. Uh, but I'll say generally like at 4 or 5, it should be like kind of like done. Because by like let's say 4, that's when I would like finish. By 5, that's when I'll get 5, 6. That's when I'll get to my area because remember it's like an hour away. Um, yeah. So, but if you go to an after party, then it's not gonna stop till like the morning or afternoon or something.
Fantastic. Thank you, bro. And how are the after parties like? You know, does freaky ish get down there? Of course, keep it PG. Or is it more of an opportunity to meet beautiful women? Were they approaching you there? Break down the life and times of an after party, brother.
So, okay. So the after party for it's like, how can I explain it? It's like you get to do you get like a selection of people. For example, let's say you went out and you party, right? So you party, woo, right? And then let's say it's you and your boys, and then you have like 1, 2, 3 chicks, and then they bring their friends along. Then it's like all of y'all go to wherever the after party is, and then it's more of a party than after party. Essentially like a party, but do a little more than do it in a club, essentially.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And how does one get invited to those after parties? Is it through a special guest? Do you have to know people, or is it simply a big announcement? Hey, we're partying over here. Whoever comes, comes.
You would have to know people. Yes, you'll definitely have to know people. Because if you don't know people who has like $1 million mansions, and you're essentially not invited. You know what I mean? Like I was once, okay, so there was a time where like I was with this dude who was like saying, hey, yeah, we're gonna do after party, and I was like, I'm from New York. He was like, yeah, you definitely have to come to after party. Uh, so me and him, we went to grab like a bunch of ladies, right? But then later on, fight broke out, and I think I explained that in Patreon, I believe. But long story short, a fight broke out where like it was crazy. Police got involved, people got hurt. And then yeah, I didn't end up going to the after party because it got too hectic.
Okay. Thank you,
Yeah.
bro. Next question for you, brother, is when you were out there in Montreal, did you inquire about any other cities from people where they check for brothers there, the woman? Did any woman tell you, hey, D, yeah, you do great in Montreal, but Vancouver, they love you there as well? Or whatever place in Canada? Did that ever happen to you, bro?
No, they from what the Montreal's told me, they said that people, if anything, that people from Toronto and even Vancouver in America be going to Montreal. So they say that they're kind of like the hot spot, really.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, bro.
But I would say like I definitely did hear about Quebec. So Quebec is which okay wait I have to like kind of like explain this a little bit because it's kind of weird. Because you know how you have like New York State and then New York City, right?
Yeah.
So Montreal is in the region of Quebec, but then inside of Quebec, there's a city called Quebec, and then there's a province called Quebec. So it's like kind of like three Quebecs in Quebec, if that makes sense. It's kind of weird. Um, but yeah. So anyway, but they told me that the city of Quebec, that that's also another good spot, basically. So if y'all want to go check it out, go check it out. But I haven't been there yet. But I hear that they speak almost exclusively French. So yeah.
Okay. Thank you, bro. Next question for you, brother, is what's the ratio of women to men in Montreal, Canada? Is it
Oh
more women
my.
than men, more men than women, or 50-50?
It is. It is. The women ratio is way more than men.
Damn.
Way more. Yeah, it's like I would say at bare minimum 2 to 1. A
Wow.
typical party, I would say, is 3 to 1.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay. So
yeah.
it looks like there's a small bunch of guys running through the Montreal chicks. If there's not a lot of men out there, interesting, bro. Mm.
Yeah. It's like a lot of women out there. It's oh my gosh, bro. It's crazy out there. It's crazy because it's like it's again they're checking for us brothers as well. So if you just go there and you just approach, at least how I did it was at least in the club, when I approach them in the club, I'll just say, hey, hi, how you doing? Where you from? Blah blah. Boom, and I'm like, oh, and then I said, hey, you want to dance? And then, took them, started dancing, and then they started, yeah, really partying on me.
Okay, thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Did you there was the N word? Was it said towards you? Did you hear it amongst people in Montreal? Did you hear it in the clubs? Did anyone say the N word at all towards you?
No, they haven't. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you hear it at all in the background?
No.
Okay, this is good. Did you experience any sort of racism out there, bro?
No.
Okay, this is good, brother. Are there any dangers to be aware of in Montreal?
Yeah, so the dangers in Montreal you should be aware of. If you're gonna go clubbing, just expect that there probably could be a fight, especially by Saint Laurent. Um, so if there's a fight, I would just say keep your distance. And I also hear that Montreal North, the place where I was at, that there were gangs over there, clearly inspired by the American gangs. Yeah, okay, because here's can I, if you will, I want to speak on this a little bit, right? Because most of these, gangs, right? I'm like they're not real gangs. They just take an influence on what the Americans do, right? But like I would say, like the people who are in these gangs, most of them have families at home. You see what I mean? So they have a
Mm,
father figure, a mother figure, uncle, siblings, and all of that. I'm like, if you come from a stable household, why join a gang, right? Here in America, like it's a really unfortunate. Most people here, at least Black Americans here, don't have father figures at home, so therefore they go rely on the gang outside to kind of show them, masculine roles. You know what I mean?
mm.
But I'm saying like for these guys who are in Canada or even in France when I was over there, why join a gang? Like it's stupid. Like you have family that's home that loves you. It's like I don't know. That's just my opinion. But anyway, yeah. So Montreal North, I hear those gangs up there. I haven't encountered them personally, and I did hear that there has been shootings in Canada, especially around there, Montreal North. So just keep that in mind and do your research if you're gonna go to Montreal.
Okay, thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Should brothers travel alone or in a group to Montreal, and tell us why?
I would say, I mean, I went alone, but I would say it's nice if you go as a group. Because especially when you go out, it's not like you're just wandering by yourself or do whatever. It's like you have somebody with you, and y'all can all, be each other's wingman and party and have a good time.
Okay, thank you, bro.
Yeah,
And last question before I open the phone lines. Is it safe for brothers Montreal, the city?
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. It is. It is, at least in my opinion. In my opinion, raising a family in Montreal is better than raising a family here in New York. Yeah. Like that's what I was saying earlier. Like if you're gonna have a let's say you have a foreign wife or something, and you move to Montreal, Canada, like you're better off here, excuse me, over there than you are in New York, where everything is crazy and it's like literally danger everywhere. You know what I mean? But Montreal is not as bad as New York, so that's why.
Fantastic. This has been great intel. I want to say thank you, D, for dropping that exclusive intel for the brothers. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Before I open up the phone line, is there anything else you want to add about Montreal that's important, or did I answer, or did I ask you all the right questions?
Anything else that I want to add? Um,
Pardon me.
I would say to brothers to at least learn a little bit of French. Enough to get by and even to communicate a little bit. I think that'll be very advantageous because then it'll show the ladies that wow, like you're an American or you're a foreigner really, and you're like trying to learn French. I think that'll be nice. Um, the police over there, I forgot to also mention, the police over there are reckless. They're crazy. But I think I explained that in Patreon, so I don't know if that's a Patreon topic or whatever. I don't know.
Patreon topic.
Okay, got it. All right, but that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Fantastic. So, brothers, huge thank you to D. I'm gonna open up the phone lines in a couple minutes. So, I want to say, brothers, make sure you join the Facebook group. But I will say you have to be a part of the Patreon to be accepted in the Facebook group. Okay, that's not on. I'm gonna put you on mute there, D. That's on an ongoing basis. If you're on Twitter, follow me on Twitter and send me a DM on Twitter. I will get back to you as soon as possible. Okay. Here is a link to my Instagram. If you're on Instagram, send me a DM on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. If you also want to come on the channel, reach out to me on Instagram. We can set that up. I strongly advise you, brothers, to join the Patreon Diamond tier for one-to-one IT consultations. I am consulting many brothers right now. It's going great. These brothers, they're going to be out there soon enough, traveling, working in IT, and living a remote-free lifestyle. So join that Patreon Diamond tier for explicit X-rated intel on this stream and other streams as well, okay? And many other benefits. And of course, the Cash App is open 24/7. So please donate to the channel, donate to this powerful movement via the Cash App. That would be greatly appreciated, brothers. So let me open up the phone lines and call in to ask any questions to our guests. If you can't call in, you must Cash App and super chat your questions for him to answer, okay? Let me open up the phone lines. Add a little sugar, honeysuckle, and a great big expression of happiness. Girl, you couldn't miss. With 1,000 roses, such will astound you. The joy of children laughing around you. These are the makings of you. That was awful, D. I had to put you on mute there. What kind of singing was that, bro?
No, I have one. I have one. And I'm so sick of love song. So sick of love song.
Oh god, I'm gonna put you on mute there, bro. That's even worse than me.
But yeah,
All right, brothers. No more
guys,
singing, bro.
get the likes up. get the likes up, or else I will sing. All right, I'm gonna be the official singer of IP group. Like,
Oh no, we don't want that, brothers. We don't want that, brothers. Okay,
exactly.
so but the night's looking good. So well done, brothers, for tonight. You came through, brothers. Okay, but we gotta make sure we like the video on every stream. Okay, or the singing will start. So call in, brothers. You know, call in right now. Let me pin that link to the call. Awesome. All right, call in, brothers. Okay, call in. Classic. Oh man, this is classic, man. I uploaded the explicit version of the Iceland part 2 stream. We have Iceland tomorrow, the stream. So we have part 2 of the explicit version of Iceland right now on the Patreon for you brothers to watch on the Patreon Diamond tier. Go and watch that before watching the stream tomorrow. That's gonna be a classic explosive stream tomorrow on Iceland. Iceland is a crazy country for brothers, man. They're checking heavy for brothers in Iceland. I'll tell you that. And I'll be dropping more exclusive intel on the Patreon Diamond tier. So if you're not a part of the Patreon Diamond tier, you're missing out, man. You know, you are missing out. Okay, so make use of this platform of movement and join that Patreon Diamond tier. Okay. So call in, brothers. We have a lot of space on the panel. It's a beautiful Saturday night in America. It's a beautiful Sunday morning over here in the UK. You know, so let's have a good night. Can you turn your camera on the background, DT? So I know you're not a troll, bro. Yes, thank you, DT. You're confirmed. Thank you, bro. Turn your camera off. Awesome. Let me bring in Mr. DT, the legend out there from Wisconsin. Hey, how you doing, DT?
Hey, what's going on, IP?
Hey, I'm doing good, brother. How you doing, bro?
Not bad, man. Not bad. Just, you know, obviously, you know, I just got back from Van City, me and my boys, and let me just say we ate well out there. So hoping to continue that in Montreal. So we'll see. I was a little shocked to hear about the fights and the gangs and all that garbage.
Yeah. I mean, do you want to speak more about on that, D?
Sure.
So D, when
Hello?
you say fights, are you talking about like just cats getting out of control in the bars or in the streets, just everybody letting out and things just get chaotic, or, you know, what are you talking about?
Yeah, so and this happened more than one time when I was over there. So it was often like, all right, you know, especially in the club areas, right? So where some knucklehead would do something, and then somebody's gonna, you know, want to fight them, and it's like, all right, so he get him and his boys, and the other guy get him and his boys, and they would usually, like, you know, try to fight each other. Either sometimes they like legit fight, and the police would have to come to like break it up. But again, police are crazy out there too. Or like the boys would try to like hold them back and say, nah, like it's not worth it, you know, all that, you know. Yeah, so it kind of gets crazy, especially over there in the club. So I'll just say, like, if you go over there, just be careful that, like, you know, you don't get near the fight, because you don't want to be in the crossfire and then somebody thinking that you're part of that fight, and it's like, you know, all that. Okay. Yeah. And in terms of the gangs, like, I haven't encountered any person myself, but I remember this guy told me that years ago, at least where I was at, that it was considered like one of the most dangerous area in all of Montreal, but they fixed it though. Like, it's kind of like becoming a better neighborhood, but it's still not like 100%. But that, you know, further down, or that neighborhood, that there's still like some gang activities going around. I haven't encountered it, thank God, but that's what I hear. Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. So now, when you say dime, what's your version of a dime? Who would you consider a dime that we all know, like, say, a celebrity? I mean, who would you compare that to?
Like, for me, a dime. A dime. Okay, for me, a dime is somebody that's like pretty. And I'm talking at least like a 7 for me.
Okay.
Right, a 7 and up for me is I'll consider that a dime. Like, you know.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, bro. So in your opinion, is Jessica Alba a dime to you, bro?
Right. Yeah, that's what I was getting to.
In her prime. So when she was in Dark Angel, when she was in Honey, she was super cute then. But in your opinion, is she a dime? Was she a dime?
Jessica Alba. I'll be honest with you, I don't know my celebrities like that. I would have to like know her from like a movie rather than by name.
Or like a Margot Robbie from like Wolf of Wall Street, or
I'll have to see pictures, to be honest.
Hey, bro, what's going on, bro? You at home all day?
Is that one now?
You at home all day, brother? What's going on? You don't know these people?
No. For me, it's like you'll be surprised. Like, there's some celebrities that I would definitely know them if I see them, right? But I just wouldn't know their name, right?
Okay. How about Rihanna?
Rihanna. Okay, yeah, I know Rihanna.
Rihanna.
Okay, yes, there are Rihanna level dimes out there. Yes, I would say so. Yeah.
There we go. All right.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. IP, I might have to stick with Vancouver.
Let me get my dang, do I have another computer over here? Probably.
No, I'll give Montreal a try. We'll see.
No. Like I'll definitely say like Montreal is definitely a place you must visit for sure. If you can.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So now let me ask you this. Well, French Canadian, obviously, out there in Montreal. Did you find that your cold approach to the French Canadian women, were they having a hard time understanding you, or were they pretty receptive, or what was your interaction like with them?
With them, it was it was really friendly, you know. They didn't have a hard time understanding me because I also spoke French. So if I needed to switch to French, I could have done that easy. But for the most part, they understood me when I spoke English.
Okay.
Right. So they were just very nice, responsive, friendly. Yeah, in Montreal. But I hear Quebec is a different story. Like Quebec, the city of Quebec. But Montreal, everybody's super nice and friendly. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
Okay.
I don't think
any more questions, DT? Okay. All right. Thanks for that, DT. If you have any more questions, please let me know. Okay.
You bet. Thanks.
Awesome.
Thanks, D.
No problem.
Thanks for that, D. So, brothers, feel free to call in, brothers. There's a lot more space on this panel. If not, we'll end the stream early. The information you got, the intel you got was incredible. But if you have any questions, call in. If you can't call in, please Cash App, and of course, super chat your questions. Okay. Call in, brothers. Call in. Okay.
Oh yeah. To answer DT's question, I just Googled Jessica Alba. Yes, there are dimes like that over there. Absolutely, yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, Jessica Alba. I used to go crazy over her back in the day, man. She was a certified dime piece. Beautiful lady back in the day. You know what I'm talking about, DT, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, she was.
And there was this lady I've seen over there. She was half white and half Ethiopian.
Ooh,
I definitely seen. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. God. Yeah, I definitely seen a lady like that out there. Cause when she was asking me, she was like, "Oh, like where you from?" And I was like, "America." She was like, "We're in America, New York. We're in New York, Bronx." And then I was like, "Where you from?"
Bronx.
And then she was like,
"Where in Bronx?"
Exactly. Like she was asking me all that question.
Hold on, bro. Where in Bronx are you from? So, I'm from the bodega. Where in the bodega are you from? What?
I'm from Al 5. No, but so she was asking me all this question, and then but then I was asking like, "Oh, but like where you from?" She was like, "Well, I'm, my mom is like French. She was born in Montreal, but she was like, my mom's French and my dad is Ethiopian." So she was like half white, half Ethiopian. I ain't like she looked like a dime, to me at least. She was like, "Ooh."
So hold on, brother. You're telling me that Jessica Alba lookalikes and half white, half Ethiopian chicks are checking heavy for brothers out there in Montreal, bro. That's
Yes.
crazy. Oh
Yes.
my god. Hey DT, I'm taking that trip there. I need me a Jessica Alba lookalike as soon as possible, bro. No cap.
Yeah. That kind of shifted a little bit when he said that. I kind of shifted my thoughts. Now I might still go now. We'll see.
Oh, Jessica.
So,
Oh man.
so D, let me ask you this. So you said before that it was mostly French Canadian, white European. So did you see any other type of ethnicities out there, like Asian or Persian or Venezuelan, Latinas, anything like that?
Hello. Oh yeah, sorry. I had to guess the door. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes, I did see other race of chicks out there. I've encountered Asians and I've encountered Latinas. There's not that much Latinos over there, but surprisingly, there are some Latinas and Mexicans over there. I see. What else? Let's see. Latinas, Mexican, Ethiopian, Haitians. There's definitely Haitians over there. West Africans, Italians. Yeah, some Indians. Yes, I've definitely seen Indians. Yeah. Yeah. So I've seen a few of those, but it's mostly like white Montrealians for the most part.
Okay.
And
Hold
mixed,
that
yes.
thought there.
Yep.
Okay. Shout out to Mr. Pump Skywalker for the $499 super chat. Thank you for that, Pump Skywalker. Lovely to see a new brother contributing to the channel. Appreciate you, bro. He says, "Can you maintain a rotation in Montreal?" Speak on that, D.
I wouldn't know how to maintain a rotation. No, I wouldn't know. But no, yeah, you probably can maintain a rotation in Montreal. That's for sure. Yeah, you could definitely maintain a rotation. It's possible.
Okay.
I had like I remember there was this lady in Montreal North I was speaking to, but every time I went downtown, I had someone else that I'll speak to like almost every night. I didn't really keep in contact with them though, but yeah. So you definitely can't keep a rotation.
Okay. Thank you for that, bro. This is good. This is very good. Okay. You have any more questions, DT?
I believe there's a red light district in Montreal. Is that correct?
Yep.
Like that?
Yep.
Okay. And so are the bars and strip clubs in that area?
Yep. And if you want more details on that, Patreon. You know what I mean? But I will say this. If you're gonna go to one of these clubs, right? The explicit clubs, you do have to pay the bouncer and all of that, and then you have to buy a drink, and then you have to give tips before you can get any action, if you will. Yeah. So.
Got it.
But go to Patreon and you hear more detail about it. Because they would, I'm not trying to YouTube,
Yeah, no, I get it. Just curious.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Hold on, go on, bro. Go on.
Go ahead.
Shout out to Mr. Pump Skywalker again for the super chat. Thank you both for the support. He says, "Do you need a vac to get into Montreal?"
Yes, I believe you do need. Yeah, you do need a vaccine because when I went to Montreal, that's a good question. So if you're gonna go to Canada, anywhere in Canada, really, you're gonna need this thing called AirCan. So it's kind of like this Canadian app, and they're gonna ask you a bunch of questions, and then ask for proof of vaccination, and then ask for your passport and all that stuff, so you can get in. If you don't have that, I don't think you'll get through the border. Like when I was going through the border, also just be aware of this, that they're gonna ask you a lot of questions. So make sure you're on point in your question, because the moment you mess up, they're gonna give you even a harder time. Like for me, because when I went over there, I kind of went there on a whim, and I didn't really prepare like my Airbnb at the time. So when they asked like, "Oh, where you going?" I just said, "I'm going to this hotel," and then they said, "Where's your proof that you're going to this hotel?" I didn't have that, so I kind of switched up and said, "No, I have a relative that living over there. That's I'm going to him." And then they was like, "Wait, so which is it, relative or hotel?" And I was like, "Oh boy," they kind of give me a hard time a little bit, but I managed to get through. Yeah, just be aware of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, bro. That means
Yep.
Pookies and Ray Rays ain't got no chance getting to Montreal if ask those
Nope.
hard questions.
Nope. Nope. And here's a good part. Here's another good part. If you have a felony or any type of record, you cannot go to Canada. So the
Good.
less chance of Pookies and Ray Rays even being in Canada, because let's be honest, most of them have records. And yeah, Canada
Good.
don't, yeah, they don't play that.
Fantastic, man.
Yeah, you definitely have to have your vaccine card, because they checked for that when I went a couple of weeks ago, and they'll give you the questions at the border, like he just said, and yeah, as soon as I mean, it's not a question of messing up. I guess it's answering the questions like they want to hear, and they threw a few at me, and I thought I was gonna walk right through, but they told me to go to a different line, which he let me through right away too. But they'll throw them at you.
Right.
Fantastic. Thank you, brothers. Saichi, can you turn your camera on in the background so I know you're not a troll? While you do that, brother, you still got background noise there. They're still playing that music?
Yeah, they play music, but I'll put on mute and I'll talk when I'm needed.
Okay, thank you, bro. So Saichi, once you do that, I'll bring you in. Do you have any more questions, DT? And brothers, feel free to call in. We have a lot of space from the panel.
No, I'm
I'll
good.
leave the stream open for a bit. Okay, thank you, DT. If you can't call in, please cash app and super chat your questions. Okay, I'll stay on for a couple more minutes, but you brothers need to call in or ask questions. Okay, don't be shy. We don't bite. We're not vampires and we're not Dracula. Okay, so call in, brothers. Okay, come on, call in. Let me see. Okay, so tomorrow we have Iceland. Next week, I'll keep that a surprise, but I'm sure DT knows already. But we're gonna get another. We've got a few streams planned for next week. But I need you brothers to call in right now. Okay. What's going on here? Let me continue looking at Jessica Alba pictures while you brothers call in. Saichi, turn your camera on in the background so I know you're not a troll. Thank you, bro. Turn it off. Let me bring in Mr. Saichi. What's going on, Sai? How you doing, bro?
I literally just finished microwaving some chicken. Luckily, I came back just in time. Anyways, before I indulge on this wonderful meal, I have a few questions to ask about Montreal myself, if you guys don't mind.
Of course.
All right. So first things first, our guests today, I assume they've both been there. I literally just joined.
D has been to Montreal. So if you ask a question towards D,
D, his name is?
Question for you, bro. D, yes. Capital
Okay.
D.
What's up, D? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. All right. So first question, as far as the women in Montreal, how's the fitness of the women out there? Do you see a lot of like BBWs or like what's the deal?
No, I haven't seen much big women in Montreal at all. Yeah, no, I haven't seen much of those. Not at all.
Would you say how's the competition out there? Would you say the men are in shape? How do they take care of themselves? How are they looking?
The men are also relatively in shape. So I didn't see too many obese people in terms of men or women. Everybody's like pretty normal and in shape for the most part, yeah.
Do you see as much?
Sorry, Sai, are you eating?
No. I mean, like, my food's here, but I'm not eating it though.
Okay, no. Okay, carry on, bro. I thought you were eating.
So basically I wanted to know from your experiences, just being in Montreal as a Black guy, obviously you have the advantage of standing out from the crowd a lot more. Do you find as though, for example, in America, it seems as though, at least from my experiences, and with the group of guys that I'm in a Discord chat with currently, who are also passport bros, oftentimes you need to have a certain level of celebrity, entertainer, or athlete clout in order to get something of quality in the US. Whereas, when you go overseas, you can just kind of, as long as you have things together, you got something going for you, all right. In Canada, you just be like, like your general brother that at least has like a good career, something going for him, and actually still have like a realistically reasonable dating experience?
Sorry, what was the question? Like, what was the question?
I'll say it like this. Do you need clout and superhero status like in America, like entertainer, athlete clout or whatever, in order to get something of quality? Or like in Canada, can you just be kind of like a regular dude with a good job, kind of like overseas, and still have a good dating life?
Yeah, at least I don't think. I think it would help you if you're definitely like a superstar, super athlete, but I don't think you really need that. Personally, I don't think so.
Awesome.
But I think it will help you no matter which country you're in. If you'll get more access to a lot of other things. But
sure.
Yeah.
Okay. And have you ever experienced? And I know IP sometimes asks this, and I know you guys have been on here for a while, so excuse me if you already asked this, IP. Do you ever get any hostility from Canadian dudes when the girls start checking?
Nope, no hostility at all. If anything, the Canadian dudes, they were super cool, they were super chill, and I remember I was walking with a bunch of them, and we was actually talking to dimes together. It was nice.
Okay. What else can I add? Oh, do you see a lot of like tattoos, piercings, like colored hair? A lot of liberal-looking women, progressive?
Yeah, there are some liberal-looking women out there, but it's not like a lot. At least not in my experience. I didn't see like a lot of them, but they are definitely out there for sure.
How long have you been out there?
For almost 2 weeks.
Okay. Any approached you by any chance?
If I what?
Have any approached you by any chance?
No. Sorry. So, Sai, he asked that already. So I think you came in late.
My
So the
fault.
question you're asking, right? You're repeating it again. So I'd say, watch the stream again. If you have any questions, write it down in the comment section, and we can answer it. But he's answered most of your questions, okay, already. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. All right. Thanks for that, Sai. And you're eating, Sai. Okay. So anyone that calls in, please avoid eating because we got to be respectful to people listening. So please do not eat when you ask any questions or even when you're a guest as well. It's a bit disrespectful, okay? So please don't eat and there'll be no problems or I'm going to get really annoyed here, okay? So please avoid eating when you ask questions to our guests, all right? So, Saya, please avoid doing that again, please, all right? Thank you. Brothers, feel free to call in and we'll get some more questions in. Anyone, if you can't call in, please catch up and super chat your questions, okay? Okay, thank you, brothers. Let's see.
IP, do you mind if I ask him a couple quick questions?
Of course, DT.
So D, what was the cuisine like? Like the restaurants and the eateries? Pretty good food?
That's an excellent question, my friend. Yes, it is really good. They have a dish, like a signature dish over there called poutine. Like poutine, I think that's called poutine. It's basically like our equivalent of like bacon, egg, and cheese or like chopped cheese, something like that, right? But it's like French fries with like cheese on it. Like it's really good.
Yeah, cheese curry.
Oh yeah, and then they have their own version of Starbucks called Tim. I forgot what it's called, but they have like Canadian Starbucks basically, and they have their own like Subways, but it's not really Subways, so it's kind of like Subways, but if Subways was a burger. But I forgot the name of them. But I'll make sure to like tell it to IP to tell it to you guys. But those are really good. Those are pretty good restaurants. Yeah.
So like like the bars. I mean, obviously you're in the bar scene. Typical prices for a drink, like under $10 or $10 for a shot. What kind of prices were you looking at?
So I personally don't drink.
Okay.
So, but they are relatively cheap compared to the US at least.
Right.
And US and also US money will stretch a long way if you bring it to Canada for sure. Like if you bring like 100 US dollars, you're essentially getting like $140 in Canadian, something like that.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
yeah,
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
no problem.
Fantastic. Great questions there, DT. Any brothers want to call in? I'm going to give it 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes. If there's no new caller, I'm going to end the stream early, and we'll have an early night and a good night wherever you are. Okay, so call in. You've got 5-10 minutes to call in or to cash up and super chat your questions. Well, I'm going to end the stream. Okay, this has been a great stream so far. Classic in the making. You got more questions, DT?
Just another one that popped up. I don't know if you mentioned this at all, D. Did you stay in a hotel or Airbnb?
Airbnb.
Okay. And what was your rough, like one bedroom, pretty pricey?
So I got pretty lucky. I'll say at least I got very lucky. So as soon as I arrived in Montreal, I contacted the Airbnb lady and I was like, hey, I'm on my way. And she said that, well, I'll let you stay in here for free. And I was like, okay, I'll take it. But she said you have to clean the area, like the place that I was staying at, because I guess the previous guest left a mess and she wasn't like around to clean it. So she said if I clean it, then I'll stay there for as long as I like. And I was like, all right. So I cleaned it, and that's how I stood there for like almost 2 weeks.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I was like very lucky. So
Okay, nice. And that was in North Montreal, I believe you said North Montreal.
Yeah, Montreal North. Yep.
Got it. And before you said downtown Port or you said
Old Port. Old Port. Yeah, Old Port. That's where Old Port is like it's a port where they have like a lot of events, festivals going on, fireworks, Ferris wheels, and it's crazy. And then there's like also like this place that kind of looks like a old it kind of looks like Old Town. How can I explain it? It's hard to explain. It's kind of like London in like the 1950s, but like that's what it looks like. There's this area by Old Port that kind of looks like that.
So very vintage.
Yeah, exactly. Very vintage. Where like the floor is not like cement floor; it's more like blocks of floors. You just like walk in and and the building looks very old, and they have like a lot of stores over there. Yeah, it's really unique.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. DT came through with some very good questions, bro. I would say DT made that trip to Montreal ASAP. And hopefully it tops Vancouver for you.
Yeah, we'll see. Have to round the boys up, Mr. Vino Slim and Uncle Meat.
Wait, DT, if you don't mind me asking, where you at right now?
I'm in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin? All right. So I'll say this. Go to Montreal in the summertime. That's the best time to go. So if you could go, even August, it should be fine in August. But I think like May, June, July, maybe August, that might be the prime time to go to Montreal. And Vancouver, from what I hear from Montrealians, they said that Vancouver is more like a countryside, and it can be expensive over there here, but I'm not sure. I've never been there though.
Yeah, I just got back last couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
and it was it's expensive. It's expensive, but good time, great time.
But tell me how is it over there? Is it like dimes over there?
That's for future.
You'll have to check out the next stream.
Okay. All right.
But I'll say the dimes that you were talking about, they're 12s over there.
Whoa, 12.
No cap.
Sheesh. All right, definitely gonna have to go now. Come on.
That's going lightly.
Yeah. All right, awesome. All right, thank you, brothers. I'm going to end the stream now. I want to say a huge thank you to all of those who super chatted, who cash apped, and who support the channel tonight. Thank you to those who called in. That'd be greatly appreciated, brothers. So that's greatly appreciated, brothers. And of course, thank you to our guest Dee for coming on today and dropping this incredible classic information. So, brothers, make sure you're here tomorrow for the Iceland stream. That's going to be a very explosive stream. I'll tell you that. The information on the Patreon, the part 2 of Iceland, that was explosive, but the stream tomorrow is going to be also incredible. So now I will see you, brothers, on Sunday, and I will see you, brothers, wherever you are around the world next week and the following weeks. There's this movement will keep on growing. We're going to keep getting intel for you, brothers, to go out there and live your best lives. Okay. So once again, thank you to our guests. Thank you to everyone who contributed tonight. And I will see you, brothers, on the next live stream. Okay. Thank you, brothers.